In the dining room at the Abbott Manse, Kyle is joined by his mother as he looks over the latest reports. She wants an update. He explains that company assets are being moved, but there is still no sign that an attack has been launched. Diane remains determined to get the dirt they need to take Victor down. She admits she's hardly been able to sleep since this started. Victor is in her nightmares and has her blood boiling. The thought of the damage losing Jabot could do to Jack terrifies her. Kyle reminds her that the company has been lost before. All they can do is focus on what is immediate and do the best they can. If they lose everything, they will rebuild as a family. Diane loves how much he sounds like his father. After they agree that Victor will never get the better of them, she asks him to pull himself away from his computer for a drink with his parents. He explains he's meeting Claire. His mother can hardly stifle a smile at that, and he admits they might be moving in a positive direction. Holden is sitting at the bar in society, leaving a message for Kane and wondering if there is anything he can do to squash the rumors about Arabesque. He's happy to see Claire drift in and tries tempting her to join him. She's going to have to take a rain check on that. Kyle will be joining her for a drink. Holden admits that something feels different between them since they returned from LA. She explains it isn't because of what he did with Audra. It's about what she senses he's not telling her. Trust is a big deal to her. She's not judging what Holden did in the past, only deceiving her in the present. He suggests she's looking for an excuse to get distance from him. Claire admits that the story he told her doesn't justify how secretive he has been about his past with Audra for months. As they start to argue the point, Audra pops up between them and barks at Claire to get her nose out of her life. She can understand why Claire always expects the worst of everyone, as her aunt trained her to be an evil sidekick. She reminds Claire she's the biggest criminal in the room and suggests Holden is only playing her for money. Claire shoots back that Audra has failed in all her relationships. She lists the failures and rubs in her face that she has no job. Audra loses it and smacks her. As Claire recovers from the shock, Audra claims that was just a test. Claire runs a test of her own and grabs Audra's windpipe, choking her until Holden manages to pull them apart. No sooner has Kyle walked in than Claire rushes him out the door. Audra rails that Claire is homicidal. Holden reminds her she goaded her into it with insults and even assaulted her. Audra thinks that he's falling into line to fawn over little Claire like everyone else. He points out that she just gave Claire more reason to dig into everything that she's been trying to hide. It's a mystery to him why she can't stay out of Claire's way. Rubbing her neck and worrying about bruises, she says that if Claire wants a war, that's what she's going to get. Jack wanders into the athletic club and catches the tail end of a message Nikki is leaving for Victor. He gets a few digs in about his old enemy. Nikki is clearly on edge. She worries about what is really happening in LA and wonders if she should fly back. The family is always telling her that she's their backbone and then leaving her in the dark. It's insulting that people aren't frank with her. They miss the peace between the families, but Jack is sure that Victor could never have kept it. Hating him is as basic to Victor's life as breathing. When he brings up what's happened to Arabesque, he adds he's certain that her husband is behind sucking it dry. She doesn't deny it, so he reminds her that she offered to help protect Jabot. Taking her into his confidence, he explains that they have already taken drastic measures to protect the company from a cyber attack. That means basically crumbling from public view. That sounds like certain death to her. Nikki admits that her husband did use the AI against Kane, and she wishes she could take it away from him. This inspires Jack, but before they can get into it, Diane arrives. She's not thrilled to see them together, and the Newman abruptly takes off. Jack and his wife sit, and he explains that Nikki admitted to Victor's role in Arabesque's demise. He also admits he told Nikki their defense strategy. Diane is not amused and worries that confiding in the wife of their enemy could cost them everything. Their son comes in with Claire, but they decide to get a table of their own. The parents watch them talk, and it looks more like they are conspiring than reconciling. Jack adds that if Nikki comes through for them, they could be several steps ahead of Victor. At their table, Claire vents to Kyle about Audra using her as a punching bag and never expecting any retaliation. She finally lost it today. He wishes they could find a way to be rid of Audra, but there isn't much leverage against someone with no friends or a job. Claire suggests that they work together to finally teach Audra a lesson. Audra has a criminal past, and they can use that to bury her. Claire is determined that Audra knows she's the one destroying her. They toast to it.